We had 6 perfect days in Bahrain of testing. Everybody did tons of laps, and now we can already do a top 3 cars for 2026. We can see that Aston Martin is not doing so great. We know that the HOPIUM is real, and Ferrari might have a great car for 2026, and we are more than happy. We need to discuss a little bit about Williams and what is actually going on with FIA regulations, about Mercedes engine, Ferrari upside down rear wing, and many more. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel, because we are gonna post every single week at least one clip about F1 and things that's going into this beautiful sport. Now, we saw that Ferrari has the best car out there. The engine is reliable because they used the same engine on Bahrain that was used on Shakedown in Barcelona. So that engine had a lot on it going on and no technical issue. Most of the teams had some problems. They really had some problems, but not Ferrari. Besides that, the pressure in a manifold intake is the fastest and highest, so they have a perfect start. We saw that start made by Lewis Hamilton from 9 up to the first place in less than 500 meters. Right, that's mad crazy. Of course, that's all because of the turbo being smaller, having a lot less turbo lag, and many more things going on. But we know for sure that the engine is reliable, has a lot of power, and besides that, it's one of the best. Now, FIA might change things a little bit, because they can say that rear wing used by Ferrari, the one that can spin upside down to 180 degrees, might be a loophole in regulations and can say, yeah, you might need to change it. We need to leave it to see it. Now, same goes for Mercedes, because FIA might change how they take the sample of air compression ratio, because right now the engine needs to have 20 degrees Celsius and the car needs to be standing. Not a problem, alright, but they might change it to be around 120 to 130 degrees and the car running. So we can see that Mercedes went for an 80:1 ratio instead of a 16:1, because they designed the roads and everything else specifically, so when the heat goes on, the metal expands in the way they want it, so they can go for an 80:1 ratio. We know for sure that Toto went to FIA to take a discuss there, and after that discussion, and he got a preliminary answer that alright, the engine is fine for 2026. Next day, Mercedes has both drivers on first and second position. So yeah, they might do a little bit of sandbagging on us. After things go back and forth, FIA decided that they don't know for sure if that engine is alright for 2026, so we see Mercedes struggling. Again, there might be some sandbagging going on. Oh god, we had a full year, almost a crazy year to wait for an Aston Martin designed by Adrian Newey, and he failed it. Because the Aston Martin is slower than the fastest lap on the circuit with 4.54 seconds. That's insane. Viking's horn not going on, the rake being so high not going on, the suspension being so high held on the car, it's damn crazy. He had a concept in his mind, he put it into a car, he somehow built it, but it's very slow. That's a wrong way to start 2026 after everybody was hyped up for Alonso that he might get finally the car that he deserves to have a real chance to fight for a title. Besides that, we don't have too much to talk about Aston Martin. But also we can skip McLaren because I feel like they are going under the radar. Also sandbagging for sure. No crazy design, no mad crazy aerodynamics. Going there, being fast sometimes, going to the second place, being on the second, third, fourth, on top. They just play it chill, so we don't have reasons to worry. But who knows what is going to happen in Australia and how crazy things might turn on. Williams, a new chapter to discuss, because Vowles said that 2026 is gonna be Williams' year. 2025 had to be sacrificed. 2024 was a total failure, but 2026 is the big year. Well, Vowles where it is right now. is not looking good because that car has literally zero pace, has some problems. The aerodynamics on that car seems so odd because it's even driving and the way that's leaving the turn, especially right before turn 11, that had so many problems. And more than that, we don't have literally one single logo of Williams on that car. You went for Duracell and everything else, but not for a Williams logo on the car? That's a bad livery already, or a design, whatever you wanna call it. Pretty much everyone was there, but the one that was shiny all those days was Ferrari. We can say it for sure because they had the best car, but the problem is we had the same thing going on in 2025. Practice 1, practice 2 and 3, Ferrari was top, super, awesome, going fast, so good. Then missing Q1, then failing in Q3, then getting barely to Q3 in 10th position. So we know the history can repeat itself. We don't wanna get so hyped up for nothing. The year is long, we have so many races ahead. And we need to see also that the engineers are going to respect the plan and do a really good plan where they are gonna change it when it needs to be and listen to the driver's feedback. One thing going around for all teams, braking. The braking was a huge problem. Everybody was supposed to lock up one or both tires because the brakes were not doing what brakes needs to do. That was the main issue, and remember, Bahrain is a life-saving circuit. It's not that hard, it's easy. If you fail, it's not gonna punish you. When we are going to a Monza, they are very fast and the brakes needs to brake very fast, or going to a Monaco where the car is pretty slow and we need a brake to slow it on precise timing, that's gonna be an issue. That's gonna be a big issue. And if they don't fix it right now, and I'm talking not about one team, but I'm talking about all 11 teams, that might be bad. Alright, yeah, I know what you say. To end this clip, I can say that I'm going to be super excited for Australian Grand Prix to start, because it's the thing that's going in my mind all day long, all January, all February long, going to be there. I will be there right on the race start. We will be there, we will have fun, we will give our conclusions, our ideas, opinions about things going on, because we love this beautiful sport and we can share some great moments together. I hope that you enjoyed this clip, and there are gonna be more coming, and if you have questions or you wanna discuss specific topics, don't forget you can leave literally anything down below. Any question, doesn't matter how crazy that is, we are gonna answer, we are gonna talk about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time with a new good clip.